Where's our questions?
Are you looking at the audience like, read your question out loud?
I'm looking. I know it's around here somewhere, but I don't know where they're at.
Are you ready for this magic trick? It was behind your ear the entire time.
Oh,
That
there
was,
it is.
I thought that was so funny.
Okay.
And it wasn't.
Hello, by the way.
This is my grandmother, who is
Yeah.
the purest soul and the wisest soul I've ever known.
Oh, no, wait a minute here. But I'm glad you think so.
I should lower the camera, I just realized.
Oh, no, that's okay. The less that shows, the better. So what
So
do we have?
The people have come to you,
Oh,
begging
no.
on their hands and knees, groveling for your impartation of wisdom.
Oh, my goodness. Uh-oh. Well, you know what? I think they've come to the wrong person. Although I must admit, at least I made it to 74, so it's not too terribly bad, I guess.
Do you ever do this thing where somebody texts / messages / emails you and you read it, but you don't have the energy to respond right then, or you don't know how to respond for whatever reason, so you leave it to come back to later, and then you don't?
Oh.
And it just sits there, and you feel guilty for leaving it, and the guilt keeps you away even harder until it's been like a week or more, and you like the person, and maybe they're even one of your best friends, but you've suddenly accidentally ghosted them. I'm sorry, do you have a camera in my room? Because that is my life experience.
That's terrible. It really is.
Yeah, there's no good excuse either. Like,
No. Well, at my age now, you can just say, brain fog, I forgot. I'm so sorry.
because the worst thing about texts is it's right there. When, like, if
Right.
you respond, they will see.
Yes.
There's
yes.
no getting away from it.
Emails, you might be able to get away with it because I don't know if you get flooded like I do with emails from every solicitor on earth. So they get lost in there.
I hate emails so
I
much.
know.
So what advice do you have? Because I sure don't have any.
Just hurry up and get back to them as fast as possible.
There's one friend that I like haven't talked to in 3 years, but nothing happened. Like, we had very nice conversation. It just hasn't come up, and I don't have anything to say to start a conversation. Like, if I start one, it won't go anywhere.
Well, just hi and how are you doing? I mean, especially now in this particular climate of one challenge
what's
after
new
another.
in the past 12 months?
I know.
I felt sunlight the other day.
Oh, thank God for the sunlight. It's our only go-to saving grace.
Piggybacking off of this, I've had some decent conversations with people as of recently, but the conversations just die. I don't think it's ghosting, it just stops for some reason. How do I awkwardly restart the conversations, even though I was the last person to say something? These people seem like decent people, and I would like to get to know them better. I feel like these two messages were sent by people on opposite ends of this conversation.
Yeah. I mean, I find myself, when there's a big long lull and I have participated in the last part of the conversation, then it's like, maybe they're busy. Maybe they don't really have time to talk to me. So, let me just say, let me let you go, and so you can get about your day, and, I won't.
That's not terrible.
No.
If it's been a few days, though.
Oh. It's your turn.
I feel like especially with, the mental and emotional drain that this pandemic has had on so many people, like, I've found myself just exhausted all the time mentally. Not necessarily physically, but just socially. Send a meme.
Yeah.
This is the worst advice I think I've given yet. And that's saying something in the friggin' 7 years that I've been doing. 7 years.
7 years? Wow.
3 more years, it'll be a decade.
Oh my goodness. Wow. How old are you?
I just realized that the softbox has been in the camera view the entire time.
Oh, lovely.
That's embarrassing.
Uh-oh.
No, all of this lighting is perfectly natural. There's no trickery here.
If there was, trust me, do do something about this and this because I can't go get my hair cut.
Honestly, I was so excited to be done with long hair.
Oh, golly. Not yet, huh? Oh.
I'm friggin' tempted to just take a pair of scissors and snip. How good are you with scissors?
Not that good, I'm afraid. Oh dear, but it grows, so.
True.
It's that in between time.
Honestly.
A liquor store haircut.
That's the funniest expression.
Has anybody ever really gone to a liquor store to get a haircut? I mean,
Is that an option?
Not
Can you
that I
swing by the
know of.
ABC for a quick trim?
I guess back in the old days, maybe. Maybe, when they had, I don't know. Okay, what else do we have here?
Okay, this is a Whopper. It's also a very long one.
Yeah, that's all.
Holy moly.
Wow.
I have been dating my current boyfriend for over 7 months now, but his ex has been a burden.
Oh.
They are good friends, although I don't get why, and I have been broken up for years. Their relationship is complicated, to say the least. I trust my boyfriend completely, and I can tell he's head over heels for me. The feeling's mutual. But for some reason, their friendship has been somewhat of an issue for me. He's told me about his history and expressed how things ended for them. It was a very toxic on-off relationship, and he has been very blunt about how he feels about her. Most times it seems as though he doesn't like her and has directly expressed how he wishes she wasn't in his life anymore. But it seems as though she's still got a grasp on him. From the outside, it seems like she's very self-centered and likes to use him as sort of emotional support. There have been times she's FaceTimed him to rant and unravel her problems to him, and she's attempted once with me present. I told him I understand they're still friends, but I would feel comfortable if he has a conversation with her about boundaries. He told me they would talk about it, and I trusted that. We haven't talked about it since. But I have noticed they are still communicating fairly decently. For example, he once had his phone up on the car dashboard for Google Maps, and a text from her came up. And I couldn't help but feel uncomfortable. So I guess my question to you is, how would you feel is the best way to handle this? I understand this may be just me feeling insecure, but in many ways, I feel it's justified.
It's justified. That's a hard one.
It is a whopper.
Yeah.
Holy moly. As far as I understand it, at least, like, your boyfriend is secure with you, and you probably don't have to worry about him doing anything.
Yeah.
She, on the other hand, it sounds like, sees him as a constant source of emotional support that she probably enjoyed from your guys' relationship that is yours now. Does that make any sense?
Mm-hmm.
She's come to rely on your boyfriend for emotional support, and that has showing no signs of changing.
Yeah, exactly. And it is hard. It's very hard. But at least, though, when you know that, they're secure with your relationship, he's secure with the relationship, that makes it a lot easier. And I think, if you just have to focus on that. And that she eventually, hopefully, would give up and find somebody else.
Yes, or maybe you should have a conversation with her.
I would confront her as a friend and say, how you doing? And, what's going on? And just kind of let her know that you're secure with your relationship with him by somewhat befriending her, but in not a real buddy-buddy because you don't want it to continue, but just kind of let her know that, you're all right. You're secure with your relationship with him. And
do you have any hot friends you could set her up with? Do you want to wrap it up? Impart us with one last nugget, some kernels, some glob of wisdom?
Oh, well, relationships are not easy for starters, but trying to kind of look a little deeper into things to see why people do what they do or why they say what they do, or I think is the better thing to do always. And try to err on the side of caution and just keep smiling. Just keep going, boy, one step after another.
You could even say that they should stay positive.
That's right, stay positive. I've been away for a while.
If this video seemed a little bit rushed, it's because it was. I have this very narrow window enough time, literally a 20-minute window in this entire week to film this. So, and I've been recording for 22 minutes. I gotta go.